2. This is Brecky from Brecky Writes, and this is Brecky Reads. It's time for my April TBR. Okay, so I read 11 books in the month of March. I, again, am not planning to read that many in the month of April. I'm gonna try to read about 8. We'll see how that goes. I do have a manuscript that I should be editing, but we will see if I continue to persevere, because right now I've hit a bit of a roadblock. I'm really busy at work, and I've just started auditing a class at my university where I work, so we will see what this month brings. So let's start with the April TBR jar. Okay, it is read a book by an author who intimidates you. I have lots of people who could qualify. The person that I was thinking of when I picked this out was actually Stephen King. I don't read a lot of horror, and I know that he writes more than just horror, but he as a writer intimidates me because his books intimidate me, and he's written an insane volume of work. So maybe I'll read like Carrie, but I mean like Herman Melville intimidates me. Pretty much every Russian author intimidates me. So there we go, a book by an author that intimidates you. Alright, so that is the TBR jar challenge of the month. What else am I going to be reading? I'm currently listening to the audiobook of The Witches Salem 1692 by Stacy Schiff. I tried to read this, and as you can tell, I didn't get that far into it, and I just found that I didn't want to come home at night and pick this up, even though I was really enjoying it, and I am enjoying the very creative writing style that Stacy Schiff uses. So I decided to splurge and get it on audiobook. Now I own it in 2 different formats, and I'm finding that I really am enjoying listening to this on my commute. It reads almost like a novel without being a novel, and I am excited to continue. I'm only about 40-ish pages in based on the audiobook, but I want to finish this, so one of my goals is to have this finished by the end of April. One of the other things that I really want to do for the month of April is at least start, if I don't finish, the Lunar Chronicles. I already have Cinder, and I started it last night. I just got a few pages in, and I'm really enjoying it so far, and I am hopeful that I will love the series. I love fairy tale retelling, so I really want to read Cinder. And then, of course, Scarlet, and I'm going to try to finish Cress by the end of the month. So these 3 are the 3 that I have already owned. I've hauled these in a book haul already, but I have another one because I can never say no to independent bookstores. So you're being spoiled for a future book haul, and that is that I picked up Fairest from an independent bookstore at the very end of March, and I just couldn't say no. This is really short. So my goal for April is to read Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, and Fairest. I don't own Winter, and it's on an 8-person wait list at my library, so I may just buy it so that I can get it, but I suspect I won't be able to get through all of these in the month of April. Who knows? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just power through them and read them in like a week. That's possible. Anything is possible, clearly, when it comes to my reading habits. But I also know that sometimes if I marathon a series for too long, I can burn out on the series. That definitely happened with Immortal Instruments, and I have stepped way, way, way back from that. In order to make sure I don't burn out, and if I feel like I need to step away, there's a couple other books that I might get to this month. One of them is The Good Luck Girls of Shipwreck Lane. This just seems like a really sweet novel. It's about 2 Janine Browns who think they've won a year's stay at a dream home in Maine, and they meet each other on the day they're supposed to arrive, and both decide to stay in the house anyway and get into shenanigans and fall in love with people in the town, and, you know, silly, sweet, adorable, hallmarky stuff, and sometimes you want that. Sometimes you want the fluff. The other book was high on my TBR, although I don't know if I'll get to it in April, but it is certainly something I want to read in the next month or 2, is 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I really want to get this read before Crooked Kingdom comes out, and I also want to get this read before I'm spoiled, because I have pretty much had to sign off of Tumblr because everything I think is 6 of Crows spoilers right now. Since Crooked Kingdom the cover has been released, I just feel like my Tumblr world is just all this all the time, and I just don't want anything to spoil me for the wonderfulness that this is. This may get read this month, it may not, I don't know. And the only other thing that I'm going to definitely try to get to this month, in the month of April, will be the 3rd installment of the Lumberjanes. It comes out sometime at the end of April, and so I'm gonna try to get a hold of that. I may not be able to, so we will see. That's it for me for the month of April. Let me know if you plan on reading any of these books. books, or if you have already read them. I know a lot of people have already read the Lunar Chronicles. I'm kind of late to that game, so I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know which one is your favorite. I will definitely be keeping track of them on Goodreads, and I may do like a series review when I finish all of it. We'll see. Also, let me know of the authors that intimidate you. Maybe authors that intimidate you also intimidate me, and you can give me some ideas. I am trying to think of who I was thinking of other than Stephen King when I put this in there. Yeah, I would love to have some of your thoughts. I'm thinking maybe any Russian author perhaps, or lots of authors who write in translation, or authors of classical books. But seriously, if you have authors that really intimidate you, either because they write dense books, or they write really, really good ones, or they write in a genre that you're not familiar with, I would love to know who your intimidating authors are, because I have to read one this month, and I don't know who that will be. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!